Latest news. Everyday life of the crypto market. Second half of the bear market. Application for Ukraine's entry into the European blockchain partnership. Since Putin's invasion of Ukraine, cryptocurrency has become one of the best ways to fund Ukraine's humanitarian and military needs. Ronin hack attack. Opera will support cryptocurrencies. Instant NeRF neural network that turns 2D photos into 3D images. Quantum artificial intelligence from Italian and Austrian scientists. Control system for space technology by the power of thought. AI headset from Israel to prepare astronauts for long space travel. Over the weekend, the crypto market began to grow with renewed vigor. On Monday morning, BTC recorded a 5.5% increase compared to 10 hours earlier, jumped the $47,000 mark, and recorded a 3-month hit. Further, Bitcoin expects strong resistance in the $49,200 zone. Breaking through this zone can trigger an aggressive growth of BTC above the psychological barrier of $50,000. However, if Bitcoin does not hold above $47,000, then a rollback to support in the $46,000 zone may occur. Some analysts attribute the rally observed in the crypto market to the growing interest of corporate clients in risky assets. This trend is also expected to continue, at least in the short term. ETH is up 5.6% at the time of release, fixing firmly above the $3,300 level. With the arrival of spring, most of the major altcoins also turned green, and even some meme coins recorded significant returns. Glassnode analysts stated that Bitcoin has passed half of the bear market. Despite numerous macroeconomic and geopolitical challenges, Bitcoin has moved into the second half of the bear market with a high probability. This opinion is shared by Glassnode analysts. The share of BTC aged over a year has grown by 9.4% over the past 8 months, to close to a record 62.9%. The holders of these coins did not get rid of the asset in the face of 2 corrections of more than 50% over the past year. The growth rate of the indicator is comparable to the market recovery in 2018 to 2019. Analysts have warned that the process of bottoming and investor capitulation in a bear market is often a long and painful process. They urged not to rush into stating the end of the bear market. Experts drew attention to the increase in sales of bitcoins at the age of 1 year to from 7,000 to 10,000 BTC over the past 30 days. This can be explained both by the manifestation of sufficient demand, which swallowed up the supply, and by the increase in the uncertainty of hodlers with their desire to reduce risks in the current environment. The final stage of a bear market is usually characterized by the indicator reaching relative lows. At this point, the smart money takes bitcoins from the remaining tourists and speculators. Recall that the head of the Davere Group predicted the growth of Bitcoin to $50,000 during March. Deputies proposed to include Ukraine in the European blockchain partnership. The Public Union, Virtual Assets of Ukraine, and the Interfactional Association of Deputies Blockchain for Ukraine sent letters to the heads of EU institutional bodies with a request to include Ukraine in the number of full members of the European blockchain partnership. In July 2021, Bjorn Siebert announced the readiness of EBP member states to explore the possibility of granting Ukraine observer status within the organization. Nevertheless, the initiative group proposes the accession of the country as a full member. According to the authors of the letter, blockchain technology can significantly contribute to the reconstruction of Ukraine after the end of the war with Russia through the provision of cross-border public services. How do cryptocurrencies save the lives of hundreds of thousands of Ukrainians in a war? Since the beginning of the Russian invasion, cryptocurrencies have become one of the largest and most effective channels for funding Ukraine's humanitarian and military needs. Medicines and clothes, food and water, shelter for refugees, and a host of other essentials. Buying and delivering all this to Ukrainian cities has become a top priority. the implementation of which is complicated by the almost paralyzed work of the foreign exchange market. Under these conditions, cryptocurrencies have become a lifeline. According to Slowmist analysts, as of March 29, Ukraine received donations of more than $96.5 million in crypto assets. Almost immediately after the start of the war, the official Twitter account of Ukraine published cryptocurrency addresses for donations. Addresses will be duplicated in the description. The Ethereum sidechain Ronin has been hacked. The attacker withdrew crypto assets for $625 million. The Ronin sidechain involved in the blockchain game Axie Infinity has been hacked. Using the exploit, the attacker withdrew crypto assets worth $625 million. The hacker managed to get 173,600 ETH, as well as USDC stablecoins worth $25.5 million. The developers have disabled the Ronin cross-chain bridge and the Katana non-custodial exchange. The project blog says that the attacker exploited the vulnerability on March 23. To implement the attack, he managed to gain control over 5 of the 9 validators. The developers assured users that RON and in-game Asalpi and Axis tokens are safe on the Ronin sidechain. Opera browser now supports Bitcoin, Polygon, and Solana. The Norwegian company Opera has added support for Bitcoin, Solana, Polygon, Celo, Nervos Network, Starkex, IXO, and the Ronin sidechain to the browser. Users gain access to a vast ecosystem of applications powered by Polygon and Solana, as well as the benefits of second-layer networks through Diversify, powered by Starkware. They can also take care of their axes by gaining access to Ronin. The Opera blog says, the integration of multiple blockchains and second-tier solutions has been cited as a key strategy and part of Opera's mission to bring millions of users to Web 3.0. Solana, Starkware, IXO, Ronin, Nervos, Celo, and Bitcoin are currently only available on Opera for Android. Their support in the Crypto Browser project will appear in the coming months. NVIDIA has demonstrated the work of the Instant NeRF neural network, which turns a couple of dozen 2D photos into a 3-dimensional 3D image. The NeRF method was developed in 2020 by American researchers in collaboration with Google Research. It matches the colors and light intensity of photographs taken from different angles, and then generates data to connect the shots and render the finished 3D scene. In addition to images, the system needs information about camera angles. According to NVIDIA, Instant NeRF is the fastest solution among peers. The model is trained in a few seconds compared to other neural networks, which require several hours. The company claims that the presented technology can be used to train robots and drones so that they more effectively understand the sizes and shapes of objects in the real world. A group of Italian and Austrian scientists have developed a quantum memristor that will help create quantum artificial intelligence. It will allow combining classical algorithms and schemes with quantum phenomena. In 2008, HP introduced a memory device with quantum properties, the memristor. It is a special case of resistive memory, the main feature of which is a well-defined hysteresis loop and the dependence of the output signal on the previous behavior of the system. Italian and Austrian scientists have developed a device that behaves like a memristor, affecting quantum states and allowing quantum information to be encoded and transmitted. The study shows that neural networks can be built on the basis of quantum memristors and run algorithms based on the transmission of quantum states. Chinese scientists have created a control system for space robotic technology using brainwave identification. The average accuracy of operations is 99.07%, the researchers said. The details of the experiment remained classified. According to available data, during the study, 35 volunteers mentally controlled a virtual manipulator. Of these, 11 people immediately coped with the task. and 27 participants who did not have such experience were trained and were also able to interact with the mechanism with an accuracy of 98.9%. The researchers achieved such results by creating a system to increase brain activity in the right direction. Each part of the manipulator flickered on the screen at a unique but fixed frequency. The scientists also used AI to recognize the connections between different brainwave patterns for more information. Israeli startup BrainSpace has developed an AI headset to analyze the brain activity of astronauts. The helmet encephalograph will prepare the crew for long space travel. The device will be sent to the ISS as part of a private space mission conducted by Axiom Space and SpaceX. 3 of the 4 participating astronauts will test the AI headset in low Earth orbit to determine the effects of microgravity on human brain activity. The encephalograph helmet has 460 sensors and is fully automated, as it can be easily set up and run. Astronauts are required to put on the device for 20 minutes a day and perform a series of tasks. The data collected in orbit will be transmitted and analyzed by researchers from BrainSpace and Ben Gurion University. Similar monitoring was carried out on Earth. After the return of the astronauts, scientists will compare information to assess the effects of microgravity. Thank you for watching. I'm very tired making this video because I have pause, and I would be very happy if you subscribe to this channel and share this video with your friends. If you dare write that this video has bad voice acting, then remember that I'm a fucking cat, and think again. I love you all, dude.